It is one of the most vilified of all professional sports, mixed martial arts combat. Yet, soaring TV viewership has turned the Ultimate Fighting Championship into one of the sport's hottest properties. Now, President Dana White tells Bloomberg that UFC's owners may be willing to sell a stake to outside investors. Now, Greg Miles is here with a few moves and the story. Greg.
And I'll teach you the anaconda choke.
As long as I don't break a nail.
Okay, you'll be out for the rest of the day, but we'll get it to you. The UFC is grabbing a growing share of TV viewers aged 18 to 49, Madison Avenue's most coveted consumer audience. Revenues are soaring from live events, pay-per-view TV, video games, and DVDs, hitting an estimated $300 million this year. Some analysts value the property at up to $1 billion. Until now, the UFC has been held solely by Dana White, who owns 10% of the company, and by two majority partners. But White told me in an interview that UFC would consider selling a 10 to 15% stake to a private investor.
That's a possibility. But you know what? You'd have to find, for what we value this thing at, you'd have to find somebody right now with a lot of cash laying around, somebody who's got a lot of cash, who wants to come into this business, get a piece of it, and just kind of sit over there and not tell us what to do.
Well, don't worry, there's a lot of cash laying around on Wall Street, and this sale would enable them to monetize a property that Lorenzo and Frank Fertitta bought for $2 million. Now, UFC fights frequently attract more viewers than pro football and hockey games, and it's not just men. More women are watching UFC fights on pay-per-view TV and also flocking to fights in the U.S., Canada, and Europe.
We're breaking records, not only all over the country, but all over the world when we take this live event places. And usually we're number one, the Rolling Stones are number two in live gate.
Yeah, I'm sure Mick Jagger wouldn't like that very much to hear that.
Yeah, it's too bad for Mick.
Yeah, too bad for Mick and the Beatles. So you better be prepared to learn some new moves, because this sport's getting a lot more popular.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him. In business or in the ring.
He's going to have, by the way, an action doll along with 300 of the fighters coming out this Christmas, so you can get a dozen or so, give them to your friends.
I have to say, I've been thinking about holiday gifts already. So, Greg Miles, always a great story from you.
Thank you.